Do y'all remember when I was in a tornado?
It's been a rough year. It's been a rough year trucking. I'm not gonna lie. I was in a tornado.
Well, this is that story.
Hi, I'm Holliday, and this is Chloroform and Chill. But I'm gonna do a little story time of how I was in a tornado and trucking. So it's like 5 in the morning. I just got off, so I'm gonna wipe my face down and tell you the story of how I was in a tornado. I work third party for Walmart, and I was in Greencastle, Pennsylvania, and it's a lot of farmland down there for a lot of people don't know. In the lower part of Pennsylvania, I work for Walmart Direct, I guess you can say. And I usually am the person that takes a trailer to New Jersey. For people that order like soap, if you order it and you want it the next day, I'm the one that's delivering it to a facility in a giant trailer, a 53-foot trailer. And then it goes into like little cars so it can get to your house. I'm sorry, almost there. So on this very day, it was a normal day. The sun was out. It was a little warm. I arrived at the Walmart DC, which is a Walmart distribution center, to pick up my preloaded trailer, and I dropped my empty trailer into a spot, and then I waited for my preloaded trailer that was going to New Jersey to be delivered to me to a spot so I could pick it up and go. And on this day, it was pretty warm. It didn't say it was going to rain. Or actually, no, I take that back. It did say it was going to rain, but like later on in the night, because I pick up at 10 o'clock and then I run it straight there for 4 hours. And usually I end my night around like 4 in the morning, 4:35. So on this particular day, I was hooking up to my trailer and I saw that it was lightning and thunder in the distance. And I'm just like, oh, let me hurry up and get out of here so I can try to like race the storm pretty much, you know? And that was just not the case that day. As I was able to get to the gate at Walmart, I was checking out. I signed my paperwork. I pulled forward a little bit because I'm not gonna lie, I forgot to upload my paperwork for the week so I could be paid. I was like, hey, let me upload this real quick. I pulled forward after leaving the gate. I pull my parking brake. Any tractor trailer, a lot of box trucks have two sets of brakes. You have your parking brake and your trailer brake. So I pulled my parking brake and I was uploading my paperwork, which doesn't really take long. As I was uploading my paperwork, it started to rain. I was like, oh, okay, just a little rain. I was like, well, I'm almost done anyway. But then it started to rain really hard and I was like, huh, okay, okay. And then the wind hit and the wind came and it was like, I decided in that moment to pull my secondary brakes, which is my trailer brake. That's when all hell broke loose. When the wind started, that's when a truck pulled next to me. He was entering the gate and it was a Barnum driver. Truck and trailer, and his trailer was empty because to go into this Walmart DC, your truck has to either be loaded or empty, but most people around this time come around and they're empty or they're very lightly loaded, because my loads usually are between 8,000, 7,000, 5,000, 6, 10, or 11,000 pounds. The heaviest I've ever actually carried trucking is 50,000 pounds, and that's with my tandems all the way back. Those are my trailer tires all the way back so I can be legal to driving. For this, I'm very light, and the one thing you don't want to be in the wind is very light. The wind starts. It starts to rock my truck violently. I'm like, okay, it's rocking it pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of scared. Remember, there's a Barnum truck right next to me. He is empty, and I'm rocking real hard. And then I look over and I see he's rocking really hard, and then his truck rolls next to me. Amazingly, I will say thank the gods, universe, my ancestors, everybody, because he saved me. His truck rolling over is what stopped my truck from rolling over because he was able to block the wind. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, you didn't hear an alert or alarm or anything. No, because the tornado touched down not even 500 yards away from us or something. If your house is at the top of the block and you're down the street, yes, that's where it landed, and that's where it traveled towards us and basically hit us. There were other drivers as well. My coworker, well, first of all, hold on, I'm going ahead of myself. The Barnum driver rolls over. I'm looking in my window like, oh shit. And the wind and the rain is going continuously and it's still rocking a little bit, but then once it stopped, everything is calm and quiet. I put my hoodie on and I'll show you a picture of what it looks like when it rolled over. I got out, put my hoodie on, went outside and assessed the situation. When I got out there, it was just so bad. His truck rolled over. I got out, tried to give him first aid, and he was like, no, I'm good. My hip hurt, but I just need to get out of here. I think he was claustrophobic. It's actually very scary. The worst thing you want to do as a truck driver is roll over or kill a family of four. To be in this isolated spot where you're actually being safe, you're not even doing anything, to roll over is kind of terrifying. It's scary. We try to get him out. We can't get him out. So we have to, call the police and everything. And then I'm notified that my coworker who runs a different load to New Jersey, his truck rolled over too. For him, he was very lucky because his truck, he was hooking up to his truck. He was putting his airlines on and his truck started to roll onto him and he was able to run away before it did that. Thank God that he survived. I was like, oh my God, you were out in the rain? Like, you were out in the rain trying to hook up? Why didn't you wait until the rain, like, quiet down, let it pass? He was like, no, I'm trying to get out of here. And once he saw his truck was rolling next to him, he just ran away. I asked him, was he okay and everything? And he said, no, I'm good, I'm fine. But after I checked on him a little later, I could tell he was in shock because he was shaking. And I think it was because he just realized that, like, oh, I really almost just died. I actually have a video of what his truck looks like after it rolled over. So I will put that in here.
Huh.
The tank is blue, right?
All your fuel is coming out.
Yeah, because this tank.
Jesus. Oh my God. Huh.
Amazingly, my truck wasn't damaged from the rollover and everything. My job asked me if I still wanted to work. I was like, no, I'm not working. I'm not driving tonight because I just witnessed a rollover. I was just in a tornado. Like, I need time to, relax my mental a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, that was actually pretty terrifying. I could have rolled my truck. Not me. The weather could have rolled my truck. Also, my dog is in here. Theo's in here. Theo, like, I need a moment to get myself together. What happened is I ended up disconnecting. They actually, I will say, they were really nice. They got me a hotel for the night. Due to the tornado, the power was out in the whole town. Ended up sleeping in my truck, and the next day I was able to run during the day. They switched it up for me, I think, just to make me feel a little bit more at ease, because if you didn't know, tornadoes do mostly happen at night, just to give me some peace of mind so I could get off a little earlier and have, like, a pretty chill day. Sort of how I was in a tornado. It wasn't anything I would imagine, because I remember when I was little, I always wanted to go tornado hunting or tornado watching. After being in a tornado now and a truck that weighs thousands of pounds, I'll knock it off my bucket list. I don't gotta go tornado hunting. It already hunted me down, so I don't now have to hunt it down. I also do have a picture of, like, containers across from the Walmart DC that were knocked over as well. Mind you, I've been in trucking for 2 years. I've been in crazy weather. I've been in crazy rain. I've been in wind. I've been in the snow. I've slid in the snow. Like, I've seen it. My brakes have not worked in the snow. I've done it. But the worst thing is seeing the tornado and then being in the middle of it. And actually, my job thought I was in an accident. They called me in for a meeting. I was like, yeah, what's the meeting about? They were like, oh, weren't you in an accident? I was like, no, I was in a tornado. And they were like, huh, I don't think you need to be here today, but can you give us a statement of what happened? And I was like, okay, on my day off. And they were like, it'll be real quick. Because every day I get out here and I drive. I do 500 miles a day, 2,500 miles a week, 10,000 a month. You see a lot doing that many miles. You see a lot. You see a lot of reckless driving, a lot of accidents. And, I think I'm just ready to pick a little bit of a safer job. Don't get me wrong. I love trucking. I would love to stay in the industry of trucking, either as a teacher or a dispatch. I do love trucking. I love the skill that I was able to obtain in these 2 years. That is the story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you would like to hear any other trucking stories, let me know. I'm always open to sharing what these 2 years of my life have been. But other than that, I hope you have a good day. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Oh, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.